Hey all, it's Jess from Sunflower Dairy. As you can see behind me, my flock is back here. So here are all of my chickens, and I have a few ducks back here. But I had to get a protector for the flock, a guardian. So as you can see back here, I have a couple geese. So someone needed a home for these geese because they had a whole lot of geese and they weren't getting together too well. So I have these two geese back here. The people had named them. Their name is Jennifer and Jeffrey. They are a pair of geese. They already paired off. So they came together, and it's perfect for the flock because I was having a horrible time with hawks swooping down and trying to get my chickens. And geese, they are very good at alarming and letting you know with their voice when something is not normal and something's around, trying to get the other birds in the flock. So that is why I added the guardian geese to the flock. All right, but they need a home because they are taller than the chickens, so they need something that's going to be a bit taller. I have a chicken tractor in here for the chickens and the ducks, but geese are much taller, so I'm going to go ahead and build a tractor just like the chicken tractor, except it's going to have a lot taller of a door opening. So let's get started. So we're gonna head this way to build the goose tractor. So we have already started on the goose tractor and it's about finished, so we just need a couple more pieces of siding on here and then it will be finished. But I'm gonna show you kind of what we're doing as far as the goose tractor. So here it's just a little A-frame, kind of like a lean-to. It leans together, as you can see, and it has all the sides, and then we have this siding on here to keep the rain off, and then this is the back of it. But on the other side I will show you the door. So on the chicken tractor it was just a small door, big enough for the chickens and ducks to go into, but for this goose tractor here, the door on the back it's all the way up to the top here. It starts down here at the bottom and then it goes all the way up. So I have to get the rest of the siding on, so I will go ahead and show you as I do that. If you're going to be putting siding or something like that, you want these screws that have the little piece right here that's going to go up against the siding so that this end of the screw isn't cutting into the siding. Also, you'll need a drill and a bit that fits what you're doing. So I'm overlapping the siding here. Making sure everything is lined up properly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple screws in here, and then I will cut this to size so it's not moving all over. Alright, so now that I have this up here secured, I'm going to go ahead and cut this to size and then finish it up. You'll want some snips, and then I'm just going to follow the bottom and cut this to size. Alright, now this is cut to size. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this secured down. So this is just a light siding. It's not metal siding, it's just like a light plastic siding. And because we want this to be movable because we have them in the poultry netting, so we want this to be as light as possible. So this is light, but it's very durable. I mean, in the cold, you want to be careful that you don't hit it or anything because, you know, anything when it's cold, it's more likely to break. But we have this on most of our chicken tractors, and it has worked pretty well. So when you're making chicken tractors, the lighter, the better, so that they're movable. So I'll let you get a closer up look. So this is roughly like 4 by 4, give or take a few inches, but that's roughly the size that it is. We just pieced this together with plywood that we already had, so we didn't want to keep cutting it down to all different sizes, so it's pretty much the size that it is because that's what we had, but roughly we wanted to do about a 4 by 4 area. So that's basically the size of this, and then obviously it goes up at a slant so that water can go down off of it, and then of course we have the siding that makes it even better so that all the water just goes away from it. But I will, and this does not have wheels on it. This is the size that it is, so it can sit on our cart here, and then we can just move it around as we want. This is pretty close to our actual homestead yard, so we don't really have to pull it around on the cart too much because it's not like we're taking it all the way out into fields, but it's able to get onto the cart if we actually do need to move it around more than if we just had to pull it a short distance. So, but I will turn this around and show you where the actual door is, and then show you the size of that, and then I will turn it around and show you the inside, how it's built like that. All right, so this right here, if you can see the seams, this is where the door is. So as you can see, it goes top to bottom, and it's a really good size. So for now, we just have screws holding it in place, and we can either just open this up and let them go in and out of it during the day, and then close them in at nighttime so predators aren't getting them, or we can get actual hinges so that we can open and close it without having to mess around taking screws in and out of it all the time. But this here is a door, like I said on the other chicken house, that we just had a little tiny door for the chickens, and this is big enough for the geese to go in and out of it. But let me see if I can tip this up and show you what the inside looks like. All right, so as you can see here, we have the framing around the bottom, and then where the sides connect together, we have spots where the seams are, where we have little pieces of wood in between where the seams are to sturdy it up. And then in the top seam, we also have a piece of wood up there so that the top is secured together. But as you can see, it's pretty easy, and it's going to be pretty lightweight because there's not a ton of framing in here, just enough to make it solid so that it's a movable structure, but it's not super heavy. All right, as you can see, this is pretty much all ready to go give to our guardian geese. So I'm gonna go do that. But thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.